So you want to build a video editing computer and want some recommendations? Stay tuned. Before we start, let me mention all the parts we're going to use. For the processor, we're going to use the Ryzen 7 1700X. The graphics card is the GTX 1060 6GB variant, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, a solid MSI motherboard, an SSD, and a 2TB hard drive. Why did I choose all the parts above? Well, this computer has a great balance between looks and performance for that specific price point. Now, the amount of money you need to spend on an editing workstation is too damn high, especially if you want to get a really good high-end machine. Let's kick off with the CPU, the Ryzen 7 1700X from AMD. A really good and worth investing in processor, an 8-core with 16 threads per CPU that is a beast of a workstation. And since Premiere utilizes threads very well, this is a great option, especially for video editing, and it can do a lot of heavy gaming too. Also, as you may have noticed, I did not include a CPU cooler in this list. That is because this processor comes with one out of the box, and its performance is pretty good, so there's no reason to get a new one. The next most important thing on this build is a graphics card. I chose a GTX 1060 6GB from Asus for a number of reasons. Number 1, 3GB variant is really not enough, and your memory will buffer a lot. Number 2, Asus is a really reputable brand and has very nice customer support, so you won't have any trouble. Number 3, it matches the color scheme of the build, so why not? Number 4, the GTX 1060 as a model itself is the sweet spot for 1080p gaming and video rendering on a budget. Now, the base of all the above needs to be a reliable and robust solution, and that's why I chose an MSI motherboard with an X370 chipset, which allows for many upgrades down the line, and it's really high-end, so no problems here. Now, this motherboard has all the features you will need and has a lot that you won't even use. Memory is next up, and I chose a 16GB kit because it's all you will ever need. Because a 32GB kit is just too much and your computer is never going to properly utilize it. Now, the frequency or the RAM speed is 2133 MHz, which is the specific standard for our modules to run when they first boot into a computer. The power supply is simply a no-brainer to stay with a reputable brand, and 650 watts is enough for your GTX 1060. Also on the case, I chose a really beautiful case for a reasonable price. But seriously, what else can you expect from a case? In terms of storage, I recommend getting an SSD as a boot drive and install a couple of programs there, like Premiere in this specific scenario. But also get a secondary drive as your mass storage drive. I recommend getting a 2TB hard drive. Quick note here, links for everything mentioned in this video will be in the description, so make sure to check that out. If you follow the recommendations above, you will achieve to build a great and balanced editing and even gaming computer. Anyway, that's it from me for this video. I was Microtech Junkies. If you liked this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a dislike and let me know in the comments below why you didn't like it. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye. Oh my god. For the bad.
Actually, you're wondering, what's wrong with people? I should show them all that it's